Hello, my name's Martin Dorey. I'm better known, I think, for camper vanning, but today I'm here with Auto-Trail in the Imala 732 in beautiful sunny Cornwall. One of the great things about being in a motorhome is being able to go wild and go wherever you want to. So try a bit of foraging, I'm going to be doing a little bit of cooking, hopefully some fishing, and we'll see what we can get. Widmouth Bay, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. The Imala, brilliantly, you know, I'm used to getting into small car parks because I've got a small camper van, but this thing, it's big, but it's remarkably versatile. And as you can see, I've got a spot right by the beach, which is just perfect for a little bit of beachside foraging. It's a really great place to come. There's all kinds of stuff here. Auric, we might be looking for some plantains, my favourite sea beet that I'm hoping to find, and also something quite unusual, which is rock samphire, which grows in abundance in Widmouth. Rock samphire is one of those things, it's quite unusual and people don't often eat it, and it grows a lot in Devon and Cornwall and in the south. It doesn't grow so much up north, but it's just a really lovely succulent sea vegetable, perfectly good for you. It's got a really unusual taste and is really great with seafood, and you find it generally at the top of the beach and anywhere sort of up to maybe 30 or 40 yards inland from here. The next thing I've been looking for is this lovely stuff. It's called sea beet. It's a relative of the spinach. It's also known as sea spinach or sea greens. It's a really salty, succulent leaf that is basically the granddaddy of all spinaches. So it's absolutely delicious, and actually it grows all along the seashore. Once you recognise it, you won't ever fail to recognise it again. It's really lovely. Goes well with seafood, obviously. And I'm going to see if I can find some mussels to cook this with. Come to my favourite place on the North Cornish coast, a little place where these absolute beauties grow, Cornish mussels fresh off the rocks. It's really easy food to find, you can't mistake them for anything else, which is great, and they are delicious if you get them fresh. We've come down on a really low spring tide, so we can get to the biggest ones nearest the sea and pick them before the tide comes in. Trying to pick them where those which haven't got barnacles on them, because they're easier to clean later on. Oh, they're quite tough to get off the rocks. Try and pull off the beards as we go. And now I've already got some rock samphire, and I've got some sea beet, and I might cheat and see if I can find some bacon maybe and an onion, and should be able to make a really lovely mussel dish later on. For the Imala, it's 130 brake horsepower, so it's going to be really comfortable on the motorway, also powerful enough to get where you want to go. It's manoeuvrable enough to get in and out of those little Cornish gateways and down to those little beaches. The console and everything's always really well laid out, as it would be with the Fiat. Reversing camera is integral on the Auto-Trail. You've also got an auxiliary input, you've got digital radio as standard, and everything's very well laid out. Really, you've got everything you need. Right, it's been a really interesting day on the coast. So I've got a bucket of mussels that are now soaking in some fresh water with a dash of vinegar. They're going to purge themselves for the next 20 minutes. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the Imala. First thing you're going to notice, it does look different from other motorhomes. It's got the grey cab, really great decals, and round the back is something I really want to show you. The Imala's got these brand new light clusters, LEDs. They look really automotive and make this motorhome look like it really belongs on the road rather than stuck on some old caravan site. It looks great from the outside as far as I'm concerned. You know, full marks from me, but what about inside? Let's go and have a look. We're moving on now to the interior, and This is my favourite place to sit. I've got a lovely view out of the door, but it's also part of this really spacious lounge area that will seat, what, 5 or 6 people easily. So it's a great place to be day or night. By day, you've got a lovely skylight bringing in lots of natural light. By night, you've got strip lights and also handy little reading lights above you. All in all, a really great, spacious, lovely place to spend time. Moving on to the middle part of the motorhome, we've got a galley kitchen on this side. The galley kitchen gives you an opportunity to have a mid-bathroom. And this one is, well, it's great. It's actually really spacious. The shower is huge. I love it. It's really simple, really nicely designed, and very, very practical. Into the bedroom. So this is the first time that the Imala has had this transverse island bed. As you can see, you can get all the way around it, and when it comes to nighttime, all you got to do, open it out, and you've got a really lovely, comfortable, spacious bedroom with somewhere to charge your phone, somewhere to plug in your telly if you need it, loads and loads of storage, and a mirror, and, well, just everything you need from a luxury bedroom. It's a dish that we call Maggie's Mules. Basic ingredients of foraged bacon. Just chop an onion, take the bacon out and get the onions going. So a nice big knob of butter in there now. CB is just like a spinach, so you can get a massive pile of it and wilt it. The rock samphire is a little bit different. It's actually just quite nice steamed really as a side dish. So I'm going to chuck the garlic in now. A red pepper just for colour as much as anything, a little bit of peppery taste. Massive glug of wine, let that alcohol burn off. So all I've done with the mussels is scrape the barnacles off and de-beard them, so they're now looking more like the mussels you get in a supermarket. Everything's bubbling away nicely, in they go. On goes the lid, so they're going to steam now probably for about 5 minutes or so until they start to open. If there are any that don't open, I chuck them away because it usually means that they were dead when they went into the pan. If they're alive when they go into the pan, they open up. Basically, we sit and we wait. I've got my lovely French stick, which is the only way to eat mussels, with lashings of butter and French bread. I've got the oven preheated. Chuck that in to warm up. The rock samphire, it's just going to go straight in. Cream goes in. My cooked bacon goes back in. Everything's in there. We've got a complete dish, looking absolutely splendid. And the last thing I'm going to do is add some of that rock samphire to the top as a little gorgeous looking garnish. Cornish mussels with rock samphire, sea beet, peppers, onions and bacon. And it's all thanks to the Imala. Look, I've got a plate of hot food from the wild, and it's the Imala got me there. I've got warmed bread in the oven. I've got cold beer, lovely food. As I said, I'm sitting in a really comfortable lounge that could have 6 people in it. And in a bit, I'm gonna roll into my comfortable bed that's already made. My camper van, I have to take everything out of the bed, make the bed itself, honestly, it's such a fact. This is just perfect. Everything's stored away in the cupboards. It would be amazing for a couple. Now, they do layouts in the Imala, which is suitable for a family of 4. So, you know, there are options. It's just a brilliant way to live. So, right, you lot, if you don't mind, out the door, and I'd like to finish my dinner and get some sleep.